Because most of us have either selfies as a profiles.
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of times in the bathroom.
Yeah, mirror.
Both doesn't work.
I didn't give you any questions ahead of time.
No.
So I know that's kind of nerve-wracking to be unprepared for the things that I might ask. So I'm gonna just get the hardest ones out of the way first and foremost. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
What was the first music CD you owned?
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Huge fan to this day, actually. Any concert, and they are still active.
Are they still touring?
Yes, 2 years ago, I was in Chicago seeing them live. And
Wow. Okay. How about this? First 3 apps you use on your phone?
currently LinkedIn. To be honest, I don't use it as much phone for any social media and anything outside except texting and checking email. So those 3 probably would be the only ones.
Email,
Podcasts.
Podcasts?
Yes.
Okay. iPhone or Android?
No, iPhone.
iPhone, yeah. What podcasts are you listening to right now?
There are so many different channels that I'm following. I love learning more about functional medicine and how to improve my health and life.
Yeah.
So Mark Hyman podcast, it's one of them. I love Mel Robbins.
I'm familiar with that one.
There's a lot of photography-related podcasts that I also listen to.
Nice. Very cool. So talk to me about, what year did you start your business?
14 years ago, so 2011.
11, yeah. Same, 2011. So talk to me about the first month when you're in business. So you've decided to go out on your own. I like to say you had the audacity to bet on yourself. What was that first month like?
It was definitely a challenge. And to be honest, that was actually not something I planned.
Okay.
Life threw me to Kodiak, Alaska in 2011, and I was a full-time student at Art Institute of Pittsburgh. I thought that I need to get photography degree in order to become a photographer and open my studio. Not true.
Okay.
It's helpful, don't get me wrong, but it was nothing that I would probably go back and if I had to redo it my life, I would skip that part.
Interesting.
Now, I met so many great people in Kodiak. The first few months, there was my husband was in military, so for the very first time in our life, we lived on military base.
Yeah.
And because all those families live so close together, I had a circle of family spouses, military spouses, that we have very good connection. We had coffees together, lunches together, and there were a few photographers. One of them did a workshop about how to run business. And she was already established photographer at that point.
Okay.
I took her workshop. We spent a whole week together. And we loved how, basically spending time and learning from each other because I had some skills already. She had, of course, the business side. And basically, a month later, she called me let's set up your studio right now because I'm actually thinking that we're going to be transferring. I'm going to send you everyone tomorrow.
She had, oh my gosh. So they got orders.
So basically, yes, I was not ready. I was not really planning to open it that month, but because I was pushed, I did it. And, sometimes you just have to do it.
Yeah. Nervous in those first few clients?
Yes.
I bet. Okay. All right. Wow, that's really cool. And then when did you relocate here to Sarasota?
Well, our life was just, after Alaska, we moved to Maryland. We lived in Pasadena, which is halfway from Baltimore to Annapolis. And then we moved back to Sarasota in 2019, 6 years ago.
Got you. And then you're taking the photography business, you're in Maryland? And
yes, so I moved it a few times already.
Got you. And then when you move into a new town, you've got it's
basically
like you're a startup.
Over. Yes,
right?
Most people think that you can move your business and it's just automatic, but it's not because you making those connections with your clients.
Yeah.
Currently, even about 70% of who I serve, clients who are coming to my studio, they know me. They've been working with me in the past, so those are repeating clients.
Yeah.
you're building your basically brand and people who are trusting you with what you do.
Yeah.
Now each location kind of helped me evolve into being a better photographer, because in Alaska I had time to experiment. I was building my skills. I was doing a lot of landscape photography too and selling in the local galleries, setting up. We had very large photography group that I was one of the founders, and we had exhibitions, and it was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Just to chase auroras at night. And
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Then in Maryland, I developed basically the workflows and worked more on the business side of the business.
Yes.
And here, when we moved to Maryland to Florida 6 years ago, basically it was all about finding the community, because I had already business side.
And you had the skills. Yeah, yeah.
Now it was just to bring all those little components together and find the community and work with the community.
What was the best way that you found that you were able to, like, when you moved here to Florida and you started looking for clients, like, what was your process like?
The first thing I did, to be honest, was signing up and getting a membership to Manatee Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Lakewood Ranch Business Alliance. I recently also joined Sarasota Chamber of Commerce.
They're all great. Yeah.
They are all great organizations. And I was basically religiously going to different networking events.
I saw you. Yeah.
And basically just learning about others. It's because I was never one of those who are going into the networking event and was, basically
handing out business cards.
No, that's not my way.
No.
I love learning about others and kind of think if I know someone who could be a good connection.
Yes.
So I'm a good connector with
Me too.
people.
This is my strategy. Because I enjoy it. Like, I'll see somebody I know, see somebody else I know, and realize that they don't know each other, and then bring them together, and then I can kind of walk away and go do it again. Yeah. And it's fun. And fulfilling, but it has also proved to be good for the business because people remember that and they, connect me with other people. So it's worked out pretty well. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people feel or believe, or maybe they can, take a technically good photograph, right? But I've heard you talk about you make people feel seen.
Yeah.
So, like, talk to me about that. What does that mean?
What that means, actually, I'm going to go back because most of us have either selfies as a profiles.
Sure.
Yeah. A lot of times in the bathroom.
Yeah. Mirror.
Both doesn't work. Now, also there are people who are using images online, basically cut from the party that they attended. And that might be not the best light, not the best situation and place. My job is to find you in that whole process. So basically finding out more about your business, more about you, your brand, and transform you. Because a lot of people who are coming to my studio, they are nervous, they don't know how to pose, and I don't expect them to know how to pose.
Yeah.
That's my job. But also to kind of learn about them and give them that extra boost of self-esteem.
Okay. Like, especially in that moment where they're probably
when they
feeling...
see what I created, and it's like, oh, this is me. Wow.
Yeah.
What that happened.
Yeah.
Is it really me? I'm like, yes.
But to get them to that, you've got to boost their confidence.
Yes.
You've got to get them feeling right and help them to feel seen.
And I think that's beneficial for any business owner.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Once somebody becomes a client, they come in, they get, a headshot or whatever. Like me personally, I got my last headshot too long ago. We should probably talk. Oh, yes. But
I should have invited you before our talk.
Oh, that's true. That's what we should have done.
You would know exactly how it feels.
Yes, ma'am.
The whole process of transformation.
Well, like how often should you talk about being on LinkedIn? We want a selfie. We want a professional headshot. So like, how often should somebody come out and update their headshots? It
depends. It depends on your role in the company or in your business. It depends if you've changed. Anytime, us women, we tend to change the color of our hair, the length, the cut, maybe
true.
physics, we are leaner or maybe we gain a few more pounds. And there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely.
Right, of course.
But anytime there's a significant change in your physics or with your business, that's the time to upgrade, because I feel like we're not creating the headshot or the portrait of you at this moment.
Yeah.
We want to elevate you to the next step.
Got you.
So you're kind of thinking ahead.
Right.
Like,
So you're
this is where I want
the
to
headshot.
be.
Yeah, it's for where you want to be. And then when you get there, now you need it again.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
But it also depends on the profession. Realtors tend to come to my studio more often because their photograph, it's always the listings.
It's on the business card, the listing, the open house sign. Yeah, that's true. So you work with a lot of realtors?
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, it's a good town for it. There's a lot
I think any place is good.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of realtors everywhere you go.
And there's no way I could serve every single person in this town.
Right.
Whoever wants to. It's a good thing to have so many other photographers. And, you know, we have a good group of photographers in this town.
Very cool. Where is your studio?
In Lakewood Ranch Corporate Park. I think you were in my building when you were interviewing Facepop and Kelsey.
Oh, I know right where you're at. Yeah, absolutely. That's fun. Are they still there?
No, she moved to another location.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a fun interview. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I know right where you're at.
Yeah.
I'll have to come in
Baby
there
Fox
sometime.
Academy is on one side.
Oh, I know her as well. Yeah, she comes to some of our committee meetings, I think. What's her name?
Lori.
That's it, Lori. Shouts out to Lori. Okay, so you've been here 6 years, 14 years in business.
Yes.
What's the next 5 or 6 years look like?
You know, the more I'm photographing people, the more I love it. It's one of those careers or, you know, passions that I continue learning new things.
Yeah.
Even within photography, you would think that there's nothing else I could possibly, you know, learn. Just last year, I attended a workshop with one of my first favorite portrait artists and photographers, Gregory Daniel, and I was spending a few days, 3 days with him to learn the technique of applying oils and embellishments into the printed digital, you know, canvas. So that's another thing that I would like to, you know, basically move forward with more the heirloom quality masterpieces for everybody's home.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. And you said in Maryland, you got a chance to work on the business. So like, tell me about like some things you struggled with or that you had to figure out how to overcome.
Well, first of all, pricing your business.
Yeah.
I think, well, I had the skills. You know, one thing is having the skills. Second, open the business. But then if you don't price yourself and value your work, it becomes just a hobby, and very expensive hobby.
That's right. That's right.
So by hiring and by learning from business mentors, I was able to finally found a good grip of where my business should be and how much I should charge basically because each client is different. There will be clients who I spend altogether 20 hours because it's going to be consultations, sessions, basically post-production, creating those wall arts. And there will be some that coming just, you know, for 10, 15 minutes, quick headshot.
Yeah.
So to find a fine line between those two and make sure that I'm not just like, you know, basically going and, you know, have my studio open for free.
Right. Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want it to be a hobby.
No.
What would you say to somebody who was just getting started in business about, like, how did you learn to price yourself?
Find a great business mentor or ask to another photographer if there's a way to intern or, you know, basically learn from them.
It's a great idea.
But business mentor, it can speed up so many things and basically give you a great roadmap for where your business should head and keep you basically accountable of what you have to, which milestone you are in, and what is the next
when the rate
step.
should, because I mean, as your skill increases, you learn new things. Your time gets like more limited, right? Supply and demand means the rate has to come
Yes.
up,
Yeah.
right? So
Now we also have AI coming into the
it's helpful.
picture. It is very helpful because I can gain a lot of time back to my
Yeah.
and use that time for different things.
And even on like the pricing side of things, you can ask it like, "Hey, what's the going rate for this?" You know, you can get some real good feedback
Yeah.
about what competitors are charging. You know,
Yeah.
because
To be honest, I would never go by what other photographers are charging
No.
because I think each person is a little bit different. You kind of have to have a good understanding where you're spending your money as a business.
yeah,
Have a great, fill up the worksheet of like, this is what I know for sure. This is what I'm spending on monthly or annual basis.
hmm
And basically then you can come up with some kind of pricing that would match what would you like
yes,
to earn in your business costs. You have to include that
that's
line
right.
in it.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so we were talking before we started travel. You love to
I
travel.
love traveling.
What's the most fun place you've ever traveled to?
My gosh, there are so many. Out of 50 states, I only have 3 left.
Really?
Yes.
Which 3?
Massachusetts, Montana, and Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana's just up the street.
Yeah, it's very close, but yet so far away.
It is, yeah, it actually is. Well, I was just talking to somebody yesterday that took a family vacation to Montana,
Yeah.
and the photo that they had was beautiful.
Glacier Park. Oh,
That's where they went.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
very
my.
cool.
Yeah, basically, anytime both me and my husband, we love road trips.
Okay.
So for us, it's never a straight line. Let's say we were moving from Maryland to Florida. Which route would you take, Chris?
Probably down 95, right?
Oh,
Is that I-95 over there?
yeah. 95.
I-95 to I-4 to 75.
Correct. That would be probably the easiest.
Yeah.
Our route was through Niagara Falls and Michigan.
That's the
Through
opposite.
Chicago.
That's the opposite direction, though.
Through Chicago and St. Louis and anything.
You just wanted to see the sights.
Well, that's true. Anytime we're on the road, we're maximizing our time on the road and
That's cool.
seeing things.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the longest road trip you've taken?
We took a month trip from, well, it was not only a trip. We were moving from here to Alaska. And we spent 30 days on the road.
30 days?
It was over 13,000 miles. I don't remember how many national parks and how many states, but it was, very extensive. It was definitely not a straight line.
No, I bet not.
It was
13,000? I live 1,000 miles from home. Cincinnati is my hometown, and I won't even make that drive anymore. Yeah.
My daughter was only 2 when we decided that, we are missing our road trips. And at that time, we lived in Maryland. We did 10 days to Nova Scotia, like through all those like coastal towns and
That's
northeast.
very cool.
Like, so it's just like we're taking any possibility, any chances for travels. We're maximizing the time and trying to see as much as possibly we can. We're getting very tired after,
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. What? Okay, so, but you're traveling with like points and stuff too, right? So tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, when we lived in Alaska, I learned through my friend Scott. Hi, Scott, if you're going to be watching. He's an amazing photographer, but also a business owner. He owns a store in Kodiak. And him and his wife basically travel every single year to so many different locations, India, Thailand. And one time I asked him, like, hey, how in the world you're traveling so much? And that has to be so expensive. And he was like, well, I never pay for any flight tickets or lodging. And that brought me out. I was like, wait, I want to tell me more because I really want to know.
Yeah.
So he told me about, how he maximizes. He's basically, as a business owner, put all the expenses of the business and his personal expenses on different credit cards who are basically providing you miles in exchange. He's paying all those cards every month, but then also he's basically, have those miles that he's collecting through those several months, and then he can spend all those miles for the trip.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Like last year we spent a month in Europe, and Yes, we sometime was in Poland with my parents, and we took a cruise. But in Rome, in Morocco, in Casablanca, and in Athens, we didn't pay for hotels because
No.
that was actually, I bought it with the miles.
Come on. Yeah.
I not bought it, booked.
Booked it. Yeah, absolutely. I love. So, any big plans coming up? Any big trips coming up?
Well, in 3 weeks, I'm taking a cruise with my best friends to Bahamas. One of them is turning 50, so yeah, it's a girlfriend trip.
Very cool.
then-
Nassau?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun little place. Have you been before?
Yes, we've
Okay.
been several times.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I'm actually going with my girlfriends instead of my family, my husband and my
okay.
daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll be fun. 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks, yes. But it's going to be just, 4-day, weekend trip.
Gotcha.
Then right after, another friend, actually one of them from the cruise, we're flying to New York City for 5 days and showing New York City to 3 friends from Poland who are coming and never been to.
And they've never been?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. It's a lot of fun. Last 2 questions for you. Song? Yes. Okay. The last guest on our show asked a question of the next guest. And that question was, what song describes you?
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable? I love it. I'm familiar with this one. Very good. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to ask you now. You don't know who the next guest is. It's a business owner. If you were in this chair, what question would you want to ask an entrepreneur? Anything.
If they could go back to the beginning, if they would do anything differently through their career.
Okay. I'm going to ask them. This has been so much fun, Sylvia. Thanks so much for having
Chris.
me.
That was fun.
Thanks for being on the show.
Of course.